What's going on, guys? It's Luke with the Viking Boys here, and today I'm going to show you how to turn $5,000 into $100,000 in 12 short months. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you exactly how I personally would take $5,000 and how I would turn it into $100,000. So I'm going to go by personal experiences, things that I have done in the past. Now when I say starting small, I'm saying, back in the day, years ago, I was buying and selling a lot of stuff on Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. So I was simply just trying to find deals, buying Jordans for $60, cleaning them up a little bit and selling them for $120. Just finding those types of shoes that people are always going to be interested in buying. And the same thing went for vehicles. So my big two sellers that I always did were Corvettes and Jeeps. I would buy, say, a Jeep for $2,500, and say it was dinged up, it needed some work to get it running and everything, and I would put, say, $500 to $1,000 into it. Maybe paint the car. I actually used to do a lot of like the Rhino bed liner on the exterior of it because people really like how that looks. And then I'd take it to a mechanic, just get it fixed up, just make sure that it's actually running. And I would be able to sell those things for, $5,000 just because people loved the way that they looked. So let's say my average buy price was $3,500. On average, I would put $500 into a vehicle. I'd be $4,000 into it, and I would sell it for right around $6,000, so a $2,000 profit. Let's get started on the first step now of how you're going to turn this $5,000 into $10,000. What I want you to do is do exactly what I did. Take that vehicle, put a little bit of money into it and sell it for a couple $1,000s more in a short matter of 3 to 4 weeks. It's something you can do 100% on the side of whatever type of job that you have, and it's going to make a lot of sense for you in the long run. Now let's say you can complete one of these projects every 3 weeks. If you can do one every 3 weeks at a $2,000 profit, you just turned $5,000 into $10,000 to $11,000. Okay, so for step 2 now, we're going to turn that $10,000 into $20,000. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to take that $10,000 cash that you have. I want you to find someone that you know who is into flipping properties, right? It could be your grandfather, it could be an uncle, it could be a friend, it could be anyone who knows, a little bit about flipping properties. And what I would like you to do is tell them, hey, I have $10,000 and I want to get involved with you into flipping. Now, this is not going to buy you half in on a property. I can just promise you that. You're not going to get a 50% split on a flip with only $10,000. Now, what you might be able to find someone to do, though, is to say, hey, you know what, I'll give you 20% of this deal and I'll take your cash in on the deal. So let's say that the average flip makes $40,000. Now, on a $40,000 flip, if you're going to make 20% on that, you're going to be walking with $8,000 when the flip is all said and done. Now, where you're going to be able to make an extra $3,000 to $4,000 on this is something that Jake and I used to do a lot of. So when we didn't have a lot of cash, we would jump in on a flip on a property, and Jake and I would actually take care of the demolition of the property. We would do the full demo. So a lot of times depending on the size of the property, we would have a flipper say, hey, I will give you an extra anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 if you guys fully demo the property. We'll get the dumpster. You just keep filling it up. So what we did is we worked a few extra weekends, and we were able to make an extra, $2,000 to $3,000 each when it was all said and done, along with the $8,000 that you're going to make at the end of the flip. Now this should take you, the average flip is about 3 to 4 months. I'm going to say this is going to take you 3 months. So let's go ahead and say now that you're at your $10,000 that you get back from the flip. You made $8,000 on the flip, and then you made an extra $4,000 from doing the demo on the property. So you just turned your 10 into 22 now in another 3 to 4 short months. Okay, so now after step 1 and step 2, that should put you at $22,000, and it should have taken you right around 5 months to accomplish that. 2 months for your first few car flips, and then an extra 3 months for your last flip. So you should be 5 months in, but you should have $22,000 in your pocket. On to step number 3. What you're going to do is you're going to repeat. So this time, though, you're going to have $22,000 to put down on a project. $22,000 should be able to get you, a potential 50-50 buy-in if you find the right partner. So if you can find a 50-50 buy-in, and again, if you can make a $40,000 profit on another flip, and again, you're going to be doing the demolition on the property, so another $3,000 to $4,000 there. So you started at 22. At the end of this flip, that is now going to put you at the 20,000 plus the 4 for demo, so 24 and 22. So you're now at 46,000. And let's say that's going to take you another 4 months. So you are now 9 months in, and you now have $46,000. We're now on the final step, step number 4. You now have $46,000 in your pocket, and you're wondering, what do I do now? So what you need to do is split that between 2 new projects, 50-50 buy-in on both projects again. So 23 down on one, 23 down on the other. You're still going to go ahead and do the $4,000 demo on each property. So that's going to put you at $27,000 on each property that you should make in profit. So 27,000 puts you at 54, plus the 46 that you had made previously that you're going to be able to pull back out once those 2 flips sell, puts you exactly at 100 grand on the dot. Okay, now like I said, I told you it was going to happen in 12 months. So you're at 9 months before these 2 flips. If you can complete these 2 flips in a 90-day period again, that puts you at 12 months for $100,000 profit. Okay, now the most important thing when buying these properties is making sure that you're getting a deal. So you can't go buying a property where, let's say the ARV on a property is 300 grand. You can't buy this thing at 250 if it needs a full renovation. Reach out if you need help analyzing your deal. Until next time.